Everybody goes happy new month, happy new quarter. And when it's time for Q4, which is quarter number 4, many people think about it and say, what am I going to do with my fourth quarter? As moms, we know how the fourth quarter goes. We start school and then we move on to start looking into preparing for Halloween for those who celebrated, Thanksgiving for those who celebrated, and then Christmas, and then the year is gone. And what happens, unfortunately, is we get drained, we get spent, and it's so difficult when we find ourselves in this scenario where we are not sure what we want to do, we are not sure how to get the enough energy, and we feel spent. I was having a chat with some people yesterday, and we were talking about how, as moms, we grow through and prepare ourselves to be better, to have the energy to take care of ourselves and our family, especially at this time of year. Unfortunately, it's something that hits us quite a lot. And when this happens, we forget that to move more, to move ahead, is not about continuing to grind against the stone and keep our nose to the grinding stone, but we need to take a step back, relax, and then we can start to unfold. I am Dr. Duni from Drew Academy, and it's my mission to empower moms because this is a time to fill our cup. In many countries in the world, we are experiencing autumn. And what do we do during autumn? This is a time for us to gather in our resources, to gather in what we require. For those animals that hibernate, this is when they gather all the supplies they need. We need to start to gather ourselves together, gather our energy so that we are having enough to do what we need to do. And we also need to consider improving our recharging capacity. How many people have a phone? If you're watching me, you probably are watching me on the phone or a mobile device. Your mobile device needs to be recharged. So do you. You need to be recharged as a mother. You need to be recharged, and think of yourself as that person who is working to become more, to be better, so that you're not feeling drained or depleted. Exhaustion is a real thing. Exhaustion is what takes you to your knees. Exhaustion has caused mental and emotional overwhelm, and we don't want that to happen to anyone, most especially moms. Because when you are exhausted, when you as a mom are overwhelmed, the whole family feels it. The whole society feels it. So let us fill our cup. I'm going to share with you some ways by which you as a mother can start to recharge every single moment so that when you are faced with big challenges, small challenges, or even no challenges at all, you feel that calm to deal with it. That's one. And secondly, you have the energy you require when you require it. The first thing is we need to learn to stop. We are always on the move and we are always thinking of doing something. We are not human doings, we are human beings. We need to look at the situation, and I need to do that myself because sometimes I find myself always going and doing. And the moment I decided I was going to stop and start being, it was amazing. I'll share with you what happened to me quite recently. I had heard some not particularly pleasant news, and as that was coming in, another set of not particularly pleasant news came in. And here I was trying to get a hold of someone that needed to get something done for me. So one of my assistants needed to have something sorted for me, and I couldn't get through. And then I got a phone call about a pressing need from someone who had said, call me when you need me, I'll be there for you. And I said, I will need to sort that person out. I will need to do this and I will need to do that. And while I sat down in that moment, I said, all right, this is a time to stop doing. I stopped in that moment and I said, it's time for me to be. And by virtue of stopping, I just took a couple of gentle breaths, deep breaths. And the next thing I did was quite interesting because it's something I love. I love music. So I just picked up my phone, clicked on my playlist, and the music started to come up. This music was a music that brought energy to my body, to my spirit. It was a music expressing gratitude. Now you would wonder, why would I do that? I would look at my own life, not just from a mind point of view or body point of view, but from a holistic point of view. When I look at myself, I look for an activity that will energize me spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and psychologically. So when I look at myself, music for me, especially when I'm expressing gratitude, it's almost like a prayer that in spite of this difficult situation, in spite of any challenges, I feel energized. I feel grateful for where I am at the moment and where I'm going to be. So that gratitude helps me spiritually. From an emotional point of view, if you might have heard this saying, music is the food for the soul. The music you hear, the beats, the pitch, the rhythm, they all contribute to feed your soul. So think about the music you listen to. What are those lyrics saying? What are the beats doing to you, to your being? Are they uplifting you? That's the second thing that the music does. From a mind point of view, because I'm into the moment of gratitude and I'm hearing those beats, my panic mind, my monkey mind, my survival mind is soothed at that point. I do not feel that overwhelm as though I have to do something, solve that issue, or panic, or freeze, or run. No, at that point, I am in the moment, enjoying the music. My mind is calm. And from a body point of view, of course, at that point, my heart rate is not as fast as if I was panicking. And something I do, especially when I'm singing or I'm listening to this kind of music, is that I dance. I do a little bit of movement. So here I am, moving my body, my mind is calm, my emotions are soothed, and my spirit is uplifted. That is an entire being. So I found myself in less than 2 minutes, moving from a place where I was like, oh, I've got all these things to do, to a place where I said, oh, Zen, this is calm. This is awesome. I do not know what that practice is for you, but think about something you can do for yourself that will move you from that place of overwhelm to a place where you are having holistic care. So we've talked about stopping and what you also do when you stop. You can breathe, you can listen to music, and that helps you in that moment. The next thing you can do when it comes to recharging is to ensure that in that moment of being, you look at that big picture. This big picture is, what is that thing that is going to move me closer to where I want to be? When you look ahead with the hope that you're going to get there, not with putting pressure on yourself, but with the gratitude that you are being enabled to get there, you have the hope for the future. And that is something I am talking about when it comes to recharging. Sometimes you might need to reflect on what you have achieved in the past. Sometimes you might need to reflect on what others have achieved as well. This is so important for your well-being, for my well-being. And this is how we recharge ourselves. We need to celebrate ourselves in terms of our past occurrences, achievements, our past victories. That even in this moment when you're facing challenges, you're facing scenarios where you're not sure what you want to do or what's going to happen, you will be able to take charge because you have decided to celebrate you. And your body, your mind, your spirit can be aligned to take you closer to your goal. So in this Q4, the fourth quarter of this year, look at yourself. This is the time for you to start to gather those things you need. Of course, getting towards the end of the year, getting ready for the holiday season, getting yourself ready for the next year. This is the time. Gather those things you need. Let go of the things you don't need. The negative emotions, the negative thought processes, the negative mindset. Let go of them so that you have more in your capacity. You have more space to gather the things that would build you up, that would recharge you, and that would make you do better, feel better, and be more. I do not know who needs to hear this today, but I want you to share this with someone. Let me know what your thoughts are and what you're doing to help yourself to move ahead, to be more, and to achieve more while you are well in yourself. This is Dr. Duni from Drew Academy. I want you to click on the link below to learn more about this. I'll put the notes as well available for you so that you can also learn more. Okay, so until next time, do stay well and encourage someone today. Celebrate you because you're so worth it. Bye.